Good morning! I'm alive. I swear to you I'm alive. It has been a really long time, I think since April, since I've made a video, and so I wanted to make another kind of update video and do a quick Sunday morning book chat video for you guys. I'm sorry, I've been MIA, partially because I didn't have a really great space to film. The lighting was really dark, and as you can see, I have moved, so I now have like a separate room for my books, which this shelf is really bare, so I need to fill it up with more books, but I have moved. I have a better space to film, and so I'm very excited about that. The other reason why I've been MIA is because honestly work has been really stressful for me. I started a new position last fall and I've just been really busy and haven't really felt like doing a lot of things. Mentally I just kind of wanted to read, so that's what I've been doing, but I'm hoping I can get back into the swing of things and do more of these videos because I do like doing them. It just takes some. I still have a giveaway going on, so if you have not entered, I'm giving away a signed copy of The Sea of Tranquility by Katia Malay, and I went to Florida earlier this year, and got to meet her and had her sign a copy so that I could give away to you guys, and I'm just now giving it away. But it is a special copy in that she wrote quotes all over the inside, here and some in the back. So, and there's a bookmark that she signed too. If you haven't entered, you should enter, and I'll leave the link in the coordinating blog post that goes with this video, which I will link in the description bar. So what have I been reading? Well, I thought I would highlight some of the books that I've read since the last time we talked, some of the ones that I enjoyed a lot. I read The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith, and that was a just cute YA story. I'm sure many of you have probably read it. I'm like late to the game on it, but it's about a girl who is going to London to see her father get married, and she's actually going to be in the wedding, and she is very upset because she hasn't met the bride. She's still upset about the whole circumstance of her father kind of leaving her mother and the whole divorce, and she meets this really cute, charming British boy in the airport, and they end up sitting next to each other on their flight and just kind of share their life stories with each other, and they just really like each other, and then they have to separate once they get to the London airport. So it was really cute. If you're hesitant to read it because of possible insta-love, to me it didn't feel like insta-love, but it definitely is one of the like I met you in a day and I really like you a lot kind of stories, and if that's not for you, that book may not be for you, but I thought it was a really, really cute book. I also read Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which if you haven't read her books, you totally should. I've talked about her before. But Maybe in Another Life is kind of a parallel universe type of story. I've talked about it in a video before. I won't rehash what it's about because I feel like I've mentioned it a million times, but you should definitely check it out. I really enjoyed it. And side note, her other two books, all of her books are now available on audio, which I have been waiting for After I Do to be on audio, and it just became available on audio as of last week. So very excited about that. I already bought the audio, so woohoo! Oh, and so one of my goals this year was to finish a series that I started like long ago, and so I have done that. I finished the Grisha trilogy. I finished the Angel Fall books. I feel like there are more. Oh, I started and finished the Beautiful Bastard series. I know that there are more. I wanted to finish the Shatter Me series, but I didn't really care for the second book. And then the other trilogy that I finished is the Grisha trilogy. I read Shadow and Bone last year, and I really liked it. And so before Six of Crows, I wanted to finish the Grisha trilogy, and I freaking loved it. I thought it was really good. Really, really good YA fantasy series set in this kind of Russian Russian-esque fantasy world. There's also a really, really great love story, and it was just really, really good. And the second book in the trilogy has one of my favorite characters ever, Sturmhond. Read the series for Sturmhond if you don't like Alina. Read the series for Sturmhond. He needs his own book. Leigh Bardugo, please give him his own book because I thought he was fantastic. He's funny, he was cute, and I want to marry him. But anyway, so I got an early review copy of Six of Crows, and oh my gosh, you guys are probably going to see everybody talking about that book, and you're probably thinking, oh, hype, I hate it. Seriously? Seriously. Six of Crows was so good. It was so good. It has, like, the I want to kill you, but I love you type of story. There's, like, diversity in it. It has kind of this, like, friends to lovers type of story. There's, like, multiple love stories in this one, and it's action-packed, but in a nutshell, sorry, I need another drink of coffee. In a nutshell, the series is about these like group of outcasts, and they are hired by this kind of criminal to break into this prison in another country. And so this guy who's kind of the head of this gang in the country that the book takes place in, he kind of rounds up the best people that he knows that will be able to get the job done. So it's kind of like this Ocean's 11 type of story, but he rounds up kind of his group of people that he knows can get it done, and they travel to this neighboring country to break into this prison, and it is freaking good. It was so good, and I think it's going to be a duology. I'm already dying for the second book. And I just saw the hardcover version. Leigh Bardugo posted an Instagram video of her opening the hardcover, and it is gorgeous. The pages are stained black, so I need to pre-order that hardcover because seriously, it's precious. And you can see I have here the Grisha trilogy right here. So yeah, buy Six of Crows seriously and read it. And I would highly recommend that you read the Grisha trilogy before Six of Crows. You don't have to. Six of Crows has a completely different set of characters. There is no character overlap, but there is mention of some characters in the Grisha trilogy. But I would still recommend that you read the Grisha trilogy first, especially with some of the terminology it's not as fleshed out in Six of Crows. So you might be a little bit confused, but it's not necessary, but I would recommend that you do it. I also got an early copy of Dark Wild Night by Christina Lauren, and I really enjoyed it. This is another one. It's the third book in the Wild Seasons series, which is a separate series from the Beautiful Bastard series. In case you're confused, the covers kind of look they kind of have the same black and white people, so if you're confused, separate series, different group of people. And this book is about Oliver and Lola. Really, really adorable. Oliver owns a comic shop, and Lola is a graphic novelist. And they like each other mutually, but they haven't told each other, and so it's a really, really cute book. Read this series if you haven't. Sweet Filthy Boy is the first one. I love Ansel, and then Dirty Rowdy Thing is book 2, and this is book 3. And then Wild Sexy Liar is the next book, and it comes out in February, I believe. So I wanted to do a quick little discussion question with you guys, and it is about ratings, which I've talked about ratings before. But I've seen some posts over the last year and a half from various people kind of talking about their, I guess, philosophy on ratings. And you know, I've talked about my philosophy on ratings and reviews and things like that before. But if you don't remember, I see my blog as kind of a chronicle of what I read. So that means I review everything I read. And I eventually post the review. So even if I don't like something, I will still review it and I will post it. Just because I like to look back and see, like, oh yeah, well, I read this book and this is what I thought. And I just like my blog to be kind of a chronicle. I'd seen some blog posts on social media from various bloggers talking about their philosophy, and basically they all kind of say the same thing, and that is, you know, I only post positive reviews or I only talk about books that I like, want to promote a positive environment, so I only post positive reviews. Many of these posts too say that if they didn't like something, they will quietly move on and not talk about the book again. If everyone adopted that same view, there would be no criticism. And I've seen lots of comments from people, many of them readers, some of them authors, saying, oh, you know, I appreciate that, and you know, I agree. And so I wanted to know your guys' thoughts on that. When you go to a blog, and if you're a blogger, answer this question through the lens of a reader, meaning if you follow blogs, what are your thoughts on that? When you go to a blog, do you want to see only the books that they like, or do you want to see a mix? And I also just wanted to make a commentary. I don't feel like just because, you know, you post critical reviews means that you have a negative environment going on, or that you're being negative, because you're bound to not like something. And you know, a book is a product like anything else. Granted, it's a little bit different in that it's someone's, you know, one person is creating this piece of art, and so, you know, it's more personal than, say, like a car seat or something like that. But I feel like when I'm looking for books, I go on and I read some of the more critical reviews. Granted, when I say critical, I mean the ones that are being respectful and actually talking about the book, not talking about it was the biggest piece of crap they've ever read, which is not a helpful review, or saying that the author is, you know, a piece of crap too. And I don't like those types of negative reviews, but I'm talking about the books that are giving like thoughtful negative reviews and explaining what in the book didn't work for them. I will often, when I'm looking for a book to read, or if there is a book that came out and, you know, I want to see what people are saying about it, I will go and read some of the less favorable reviews, to see what in the book maybe didn't work for someone, because it may not work for me, or maybe the thing that bothered them may not bother me. But that's just me, and so I wanted to know what you think. I have an entire bookcase over here across from me that has a lot of books on there that I want to give away. And I'm doing these giveaways because honestly, I do just want to clear off my shelves. And many of these books I've either gotten for review or and read, or got them and they're just, I don't think they'd be for me. And so I wanted to pass them along to you guys. This is not me trying to gain followers through giveaways. I just genuinely have a lot of books that I need to share with someone else. So this fall, I plan on doing a lot of random giveaways. Some will probably be on Facebook, some will be on Instagram, some will be on my blog, and I'll probably end up doing like a blind date with a book type of thing, and then probably do some mystery boxes because I have a lot of books. And so stay tuned. If you want to win some books, I'm going to be doing some giveaways. Yeah. Tell me what you're reading. Tell me what your favorite book that you've read this year is. If you are a blogger, give me your link to your blog if I don't know who you are. And if you're not a blogger, give me your Goodreads link to your profile if you're on Goodreads. And if we're not Goodreads friends, add me on Goodreads and stuff. So that's really all I have. I just wanted to make this quick video and just pop in and say hello and that I'm still alive. You guys have a great week. Bye-bye.